Hey guys, this is Samarth Kagdiyal. So guys, as you all know, there has been this tragic suicide attack on our CRPF force in Pulwama, Kashmir, and 40 of our soldiers were, I would say, killed. So emotions are running high in the country. There are a lot of people who are saying that we should go on a war with Pakistan, and then there are some people who are saying, well, they are giving other options, and one such option is that the government of India should use the Indus Water Treaty that we have with Pakistan. We should use it as sort of a bargaining chip, or we should use it to sort of send a message to the Pakistani government. So I wanted to make this video to very briefly and simply explain what exactly is the Indus Water Treaty that India has with Pakistan. Now, if you look at the map of Pakistan, you will clearly see that this river Indus is sort of the lifeline of Pakistan, because it is the one major river that they have. So imagine if India, and it flows through India. It originates in China. Now that is an important part to keep in mind. The river Indus originates in China, flows through India, and then through almost the entire body of Pakistan. So if India wants, India can cut off the water supply for Indus, and it will wreak havoc on Pakistan. It will wreak havoc on that country. So in the year 1960, the government of India and the government of Pakistan, they signed this treaty called the Indus Water Treaty, and the mediator, sort of supervisor for this treaty, was the World Bank. So what was this treaty basically? If you look at the map of the six rivers in this treaty, right? If you look at this map, you will see that there are three rivers at the bottom, and then there are three rivers at the top. So the three rivers at the bottom, which are your Ravi, Satluj, and Bias, in the treaty they are called the eastern rivers. And then the three rivers at the top, that is Indus, Jhelum, and Chenab, these are called the western rivers. So according to this treaty, India has unrestricted access to the bottom three rivers, that is the eastern rivers, and Pakistan has unrestricted access to the top three rivers, that is the western rivers. अब यहाँ पे इंपॉर्टेंट बात यह है कि जो बॉटम थ्री रिवर्स हैं जिसका एक्सेस इंडिया के पास है, they actually are just 20% of the water of these six rivers. So if the six rivers is 100%, then the bottom three is only 20% of that, and the upper three or the western rivers are 80% of that. So Pakistan has been given access to 80% of the water supply, and India only has access to 20% of the water supply. तो क्या इसका ये मतलब है कि जो ऊपर के तीन रिवर है उसका पानी इंडिया कभी यूज ही नहीं कर सकता? नहीं. ट्रीटी में इट इज मेंशन दैट इंडिया कैन यूज a portion of water from the top three rivers for uses like for irrigation, for generating electricity, for those kind of things. In addition to जो bottom के three rivers हैं, which are accounting for 20% of the overall water of these six rivers, in addition to that 20%, India can also use some portion of water from the top three rivers. But interestingly, the government of India has not enforced this ever. So India has always basically given कि top three rivers का पानी पाकिस्तान को freely use करने दो, even though according to the treaty we can use some part of this water, we won't use it, or they haven't used it for whatever reasons. अब जब यूरी का अटैक हुआ था in 2016, so our Prime Minister Narendra Modi, he said that blood and water cannot flow simultaneously. He said कि रक्त और पानी एक साथ नहीं बह सकता, which basically meant that if you continue attacking us, then we are going to start using the water supply from the top three rivers, जो हमने अब तक यूज नहीं किया था, लेकिन according to the treaty we can use it. और अगर इंडिया वो स्टार्ट कर दे, if India starts utilizing a part of the top three rivers for its own benefits, पाकिस्तान की फट जाएगी उस वक्त, उसकी फट जाएगी. So after the Uri attack in 2016, Modi had indicated that we might use it, we might start using it, and maybe after this, this attack on our Jawans in Kashmir, I think maybe we will start. I don't know, maybe we will. So one thing is for sure, like if we talk about the Indus Water Treaty, can India just like pull out of the treaty, say screw the treaty, you keep attacking us, we are not going to enforce the treaty, and we are going to interrupt your water supply? Can India do it? Well, yes, India can do it, of course, but will India do it? Highly unlikely. Highly unlikely that India will, get out of the treaty. Because mind you, we had the Kargil war with Pakistan, we have had other wars with Pakistan, but India has never stopped water supply to Pakistan. And also keep in mind that if India, let's say, walks away from the treaty, pulls out of the treaty, it will also it will also impact India's image on the global world, that this country cannot be trusted to honor its word. So that is highly unlikely to happen, pulling out of the Indus Water Treaty completely. So the second option, that India starts using some portion of the water from the top three rivers, from the western rivers, that according to the treaty is legal and that India can do. If we start doing that, I think we can definitely send a message to the Pakistani government that, dude, it's enough. Enough is enough. And you have to remember that out of these six rivers, Indus and Satluj, these two rivers do not originate in India. They originate in China. So China can also, since China and Pakistan are much closer, China is more or less an ally with Pakistan. So if China decides to do some mischief and start and interrupt the water supply in India, then that is another different story. And you have to keep in mind that, surprisingly enough, even though Indus and Satluj, they originate in China, but the Indus Water Treaty is just between India and Pakistan. It does not take into account China's role, which I think is very strange. Like, because those rivers are originating in China. China can do some mischief. Who knows? I do hope that they do take some action against the Pakistani government, but I don't want it to be a war. Okay, I don't want it to be a war because I don't want lives lost. I don't want more lives lost. I don't want more of our soldiers lost.